my name is MadameGandalf. Welcome to The Witcher Genesis. I play V, and she is kind of a weird, sarcastic, she a little bit of a bitch, I guess. She's got a bit of amnesia going on and is very unsure as to who she is, where she is, and why she is, and is going on this adventure to try and figure all of this out. I'm gonna pass this on to Tina below me. Let people know who you are and who you play.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Witcher Genesis. It's Tina. I'm a variety caster, and I am playing Brekka Amran today. And this is only my second day of D&D, so I'm very excited, and I hope I don't screw up.
It's always a good start, right?
Yeah.
And how about yourself, Rachel?
Oh, wow. My name is OBaby190, or Rachel, whatever is easier. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch, and I am playing Vestrin Mischian, who is a weird, awkward, but very sweet half-elf who's just trying to figure out what's going on in her own brain. And kind of wants to find a cute boyfriend, but, you know, that's her thing. And that's me.
And how about yourself, Derek?
Hello, I'm itsTina32, and I'm playing Sirius of Floviv, a young teenager of 14 years old.
And of course, last but not least, our Dungeon Master, Slade.
Hello, I'm Slade. I will be tonight's Dungeon Master. You might know me as Korg from Thor Ragnarok, also as Harry Styles from One Direction.
You look nothing like Harry Styles.
Tell that to everyone. I've got so many messages about that today, and I don't know why.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm gonna calm down my music so that Charles can take over. And I guess let's start playing some Witcher Genesis D&D.
I got the sound turned on.
Oh, have you got the sound turned on? I need to enter roll 20 so that I can hear the sound.
And there's that sound. Okay. So, when we left off from episode 1, our party all got together, 2 of our party members off the boat, and 2 of them enjoying their breakfast. They had interactions in the cabin tavern, and of course, some things went well, other things went not so well. But nonetheless, we will start off tonight. The streets of Saltshore are calm and blissful. The sounds of waves crashing in the distance while a small breeze creaks and sways the wooden signs dangling by chains. We enter back into the upstairs room of the cabin tavern. The gentle breaths of each of our heroes quiet as they enjoy their rest. Brekka huddled in warm blankets on a mattress that feels a lot nicer than the hammock she is used to. Vi leaning against the cold wooden wall, her eyes closed, yet her senses ever vigilant. In front of the dwindling fireplace, Cyrus sleeps soundly and pleasantly. And Vezran, you find yourself on a familiar street overlooking a dock. As you watch the ships float and rock over the gentle waves, you hear a familiar man behind you. As you slowly turn to look upon the face of this man, you feel your heart begin to hurt, and your stomach grows heavy like lead. As you draw in a breath into your lungs, your eyes suddenly snap open. Your breath heavy as you look around the room identifying your newly found acquaintances. You begin to blink a couple times as you realize that it was all just a dream. Vi, you can hear these heavy and sudden breaths that cause your eyes to snap open, causing an alert to your ears. You look down, and you know that something is upsetting Vezran. I leave it to you to continue.
I'm going to kind of stare and observe her for a while, see if this is just like a dog kicking in its sleep kind of style, or whether it's something that maybe I need to actually deal with.
Am I a dog kicking in my sleep?
In my eyes.
So how, I guess I would want to ask how, like visibly, I guess distraught would she seem from something like this?
I'm going to leave that up to you because, as you know, in your past, you know the exact thing that I described.
Yeah. Okay, so Vestrin is, she's sitting up in bed and she's shaken off the sudden shock, that you wake up with the cold sweats, the shaking, and she's rubbing her temples and maybe muttering to herself how stupid all this is and how she just wished that would stop because it's in the past and just stupid. Oh, go back to sleep. What's wrong with you?
Hey. Hello. She's just gonna kind of stop prodding.
I'm like in a bunk bed.
Hey.
What are you doing? Sorry. Oh God, did I wake you? I didn't mean to wake you.
I mean, it's fine. I just. Is this a normal thing? Do I need to prepare for this if we're going to be adventuring together? Like.
I mean, no, it's just no. I mean, it's not normal.
Do you need me to tie your limbs down? I'm happy to tie your limbs down if that's needed.
Why would you tie me down? I didn't have a fit. I had I just had a bad dream. You've had bad dreams before, right? Do witchers get bad dreams? I should do witchers get bad dreams. I'm sorry. It's exciting still.
I haven't had a dream since I was really young, and that's why I'm so full of hope now.
Oh, okay, I'm fine. You don't. Please don't tie me down in my sleep.
Okay, but are you okay? Were you having a bad dream?
Yeah, just sometimes life. It gets in your head. I mean, it's in your head because it's life, but it kind of comes back. I'm gonna go back to sleep. Sorry, just lay down and great. Good night. She's gonna like turn away, lay back, face the wall, like, oh God.
Okay. And V is gonna kind of just probably stay awake at this point, but just kind of sit there waiting to see if she needs to kind of help again. She may not have expressed it well, but she meant well about tying the limbs down. It was meant to be a helpful thing.
So is she just watching her?
Just waiting to see if I feel you flailing again.
Do I get that feeling like on the back of my neck at all that someone's just...
Oh yeah. You got that sixth sense about you that falling asleep and just that weird tingle in the back. Just, oh, I'm not alone, am I?
Okay, so she's facing the wall. She's gonna turn over and just sit back up. Is there anything else?
Oh no, I just.
You're doing the staring thing, which is, I mean, that's fine. It's just.
It's my job.
I thought you were a witcher.
Technicality. It's a technicality.
You can lay down. I don't have fits. I'm fine. It's not an issue. It's just a bad dream. It's nothing. Not really. What are you doing? No. Hey,
it's fine.
No, you really don't need to. Can you don't open that book? Can you not? Don't. No. Okay, put the pen. What are you writing? Can I? She's gonna like start kind of getting out of bed. She's gonna go over towards her bed. No, give me the book. Don't put it.
I'm taller than her, right?
Yeah, you are. I'm only like 5'6" or something like that. So she's gonna reach over and try to just give me.
It's fine.
You can't put me in a bestiary. I'm not a monster.
Yet to be decided. We all are, really. I'm kind of a monster. I just stabbed a teenager's cake, so.
Okay, but can you not? This isn't like a. You don't need to write. What are you writing, really?
Mostly to see if your flailing coincides with.
Flailing. I had a bad dream and I woke up. It happens. It's not a flailing thing. This is a flailing thing. She did that in the middle of the room, just maybe like fucking smack someone in the face. Like, oh god.
Okay.
Sirius
Fine.
is laying there and she smacks his hand. Oh god.
Fine. Look, book
I'm gonna lay.
going away. It's fine.
Okay, keep it away.
Can I get you some tea? You seem like a tea drinker.
They say that like it's a bad thing. Your friend, she was drinking tea. I didn't see you making those remarks at her.
No, she seems like a tea drinker too.
Fine. Well, that's tea, thank you.
Okay. And V's gonna walk out of the room.
Awkwardly sit on my bed.
Okay, so as you exit the room and you close it behind you, the hallway is, quiet as ever, just with a single table down there with a small candle flickering. As you take a few steps, you begin to hear very light chatter with your witcher senses amongst the rain and the wind outside.
Wait, what am I sensing?
So as you're walking down the hallway, you're able to hear very lightly outside the window, amongst the rain and wind, some murmuring chatter.
I would like to sneak over to where this chatter might be happening and see if I can overhear it.
Okay, so you make your way over to the window and looking down across the street, you notice 4 individuals, 3 of them wearing black cloaks and one of them which seems to be wearing just normal, average, everyday clothes. And they seem to be the ones conversing with each other. A few shouts here and there, but then it seems to calm down. A little bit of shoving until one of them finally holds out a small pouch. The individual in the normal clothes looks at it, takes it, and he juggles it in his hand and then places it under his jacket and shakes the hand of one of them.
Do I have any idea what kind of sort of dealing this is? Or
It just seems to be some sort of deal being made. As far as what it's about, that would be hard. Especially without unable to hear what's specifically being said.
I would like to follow one of them, or the one that's just made the deal.
Okay, so the 3 of them in the black cloaks head off, while the individual makes his way into the lower area of the tavern. And you hear the door open quietly and then close. Like that.
Like that, exactly at that door. I'm going to follow him down sneakily and try to come up behind. And
So to come up behind him wouldn't be possible because where the staircase leads is on the opposite to where the door is located, where he entered from.
okay. Then just kind of close the door behind me so I know that they cannot run out too easily. And just knock on it then really loudly to make my presence known and stare at him.
Mm-hmm. So this individual enters and he sees you knock and he just looks at you. And he gives you this toothless smile as he looks, "Oh, hello there. Those are some mighty fine, pretty eyes you got."
Don't look at my eyes. Who gave you permission to look at my eyes? And she just keeps making eye contact with him as she's saying this. So, Dodgy dealings? You look like you're doing dodgy dealings.
No, I do dealings like anyone would. But it's none of your concern.
I don't know. I kind of want to know what you're up to.
I've heard you've been getting into everyone's business lately.
Witcher.
In all honesty, I heard bitch.
Interchangeable.
So, listen here. I haven't been paid to fuck around with you. Alright? I'm here for the small one.
And you need him cuz...
Because I've been paid. See, I get shit done while others can't get done. And I do it the way I want to do it. So, get in my way, I'll drop you fucking quick.
Or, you know, you could just leave the kid alone and then you won't die. It is, you know, I got a better deal, I think.
And you just see him begin to unbutton his jacket and take it off. And you just see the strap with daggers just slid down into each slot. And he rests his jacket neatly on one of the chairs. And he takes one of them out and he just begins twirling it in his finger. Give me an excuse. It's been so long.
I mean, everyone's dry spell needs to end eventually. And she just, like, withdraws her katana.
No, this is going to be fun. And we will have our first initiative of the series.
I'm on my own! This isn't a good start. Okay.
Neither was that. So I got a 4 on my initiative.
Okay. Ooh! Okay, well, I rolled a 17.
Oh,
So
brilliant. So
plus-
yeah, you get to go first.
Alright, I'm gonna stick him with the pointy end. She's going to kind of walk up slowly at first, and then try to surprise with an under-arching swing.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, goodness. 8.
Well, so as you step forward and try to surprise him with an underarm strike, he ducks back and gives you this sly grin as he then uses your momentum and comes at you with his dagger.
Can I
Sheesh.
can I try and deflect and disarm the dagger out of his hand?
Yeah, he rolled a nat 1, so you can surely go.
Yes! Alright, I'm gonna fling that one out of his hand, and then I want to try as carefully as possible to snap the leather belt that he has with all the other daggers and like snap it off so it just falls to the ground.
Okay, make me an attack roll.
That would come to 16 in total.
Okay, so brilliant. So this dagger just stabs into one of the pillars in the tavern. And again, he looks a bit confused by this as your katana slides through his strap. You bend it in such a way and just pull it back, and it just slides, falling right off him as the dagger's clean to the ground. On his move now, he jumps back and removes another dagger from behind him. My, you are a crazy bitch. I want to have fun with this one.
It's my middle name.
And he just, as he's holding it like that, he throws it up. So he's just holding it like that and just throws it at you.
Am I able to try and dodge it or roll out the way?
Unfortunately not. It hit your AC of a 15. So with that, dealing 4 points of damage. As this dagger flies at you, you move slightly, but it slices across your shoulder, dealing quite a deep blow.
Okay.
Which will make it now your turn.
Alright, feeling really frustrated at the fact that she slipped up here. She doesn't like messing up. She's going to actually try to swipe at his calves.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Oh no. 7.
Oh no, so as you step forward again and swipe at him, with his momentum and training, he steps back and sees you try to swipe. This time he evaluates the situation, he just looks at you and... I've missed my opportunity of the element of surprise. I'll see you later, dollface. And he begins to back up and he runs to the door.
Fucking dollface. She's going to, I'm guessing she probably still has the blade in her, the dagger.
So it's not in her, it's sliced past.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So she's just gonna kind of rip her sleeve and kind of crudely bandage it, not making really doing anything good to it at all other than just being there.
Yeah.
And continue on to go and grab the tea.
Okay, so the rest of you, especially you, Vezran, who's still not quite asleep, you just hear this almighty bang as a door is open and slammed and this individual runs away on the cobblestone path. As you go behind the counter and fix up some tea, you just hear this door creak open from behind the counter. You see wearing a very old nightgown and some form of druidic face mask on her, as Bertha just... What's going on up here? She's looking to you, Vi, as she pushes open. What's going on up here? Could you be a little bit quieter? I haven't even put my teeth in. Simmer down. For fuck's sake. I'll just leave the payment on there. Oh, I'm going to move. She just closes back and makes her way back into her private quarters.
Just like slowly opens the door.
You might be muted right now, Alex.
Oh,
Oh, there we go. Yep.
good job, dude. Good job.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna open the door for her and then like slowly close it behind her. Is there like any kind of like table or sitting area in our room
Yeah,
at all,
so there's
or-
a small table and 2 chairs that were available in the room.
Okay. So she's gonna go sit in one and kind of gesture to the other one for Vi. It's okay. Work for your technical stuff first. It's okay.
Yeah, sorry. I
You're
think
good. You're good.
there is music and it is loud on my end. I don't know. There is music though, and hopefully I'm unmuted now. All that happened, guys, was I continued making tea, and I brought the tea up to Vesserin. That's all you heard, really. But yeah, Vi's just going to kind of just casually fiddle with her shoulder where she's been sliced.
Is
And
it easily noticeable? Like, is there like a...
Yeah, and especially
so
with
she-
their crude sleeve medical care.
She's like half asleep, like puts the tea down on the table and just like looks over to like, oh my god, what did you do? What happened? Are you? Oh my god! Oh, sit down. Oh no. Oh, my mom knew how to do this stuff. Oh god, are you okay? What did you do?
oh, there was some guy who was making deals about taking the kid, so I kind of tried to attack him. He ran away, but This happened first. It's not my favorite thing.
Okay, what you got into a fight? Wait, wait, there were more people. Were they guards?
No, it were like guys in like black hoods, and this guy got paid money, and I don't know. Do you have a sewing kit?
Oh, you I might be able to help. Yes. Just sit down and be.
Is he
quiet,
still
don't wake him
sleeping? Yeah. Okay.
up. Are they
I was
sleeping?
going to say, as you guys begin talking, and especially for you, Brecca, with the smell of tea wafting through the air, this is a welcoming wake up for you, even though it is roughly around 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning. But you, and including you as well, Cyrus, you begin to wake up at the chatter of battle, guards, tea, toothless birthers.
Of course.
On my side, I would probably faking sleeping still and listening to people.
Okay.
And oh, were you gonna say something? Oh, were we all sleeping in the same room? Were we all in the same room?
Yeah, so basically a small room with 3 beds, small table, and 2 chairs, and a cozy little fireplace.
Okay. Well, though I'm concerned because I see that Vi and Vess aren't in the room. Somebody's got to stand watch over Cirrus. I can't just leave the room. Who knows, like, if somebody's gonna creep up out of the shadows and grab him. So, wouldn't put it past him. I'll throw a glance over at him, make sure he's okay, he's breathing. You know, wouldn't want just a dead kid in the bed, and me be a bad guard for that. And then kind of just feel like, okay. I just think.
Cool, alright, so that will bring us back to the scene with Vi and Vez.
Okay. I would assume maybe would I have some kind of sewing kits?
I believe you would, especially if you've got I think it's an adventurers pack, which I think you have.
Sorry, a dog just came into my room. 1 moment.
It's okay. As wild corgis roam the
So
captain's
cute.
cabin.
Suddenly a wolf appears. Hungry, insatiable. It paws at your legs.
It's a-
Demanding sucker.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, a
then I
tavern
guess,
dog.
Yeah, if I can try as best to sew up.
Alright, so
Cut her
make
shoulder.
a medicine check.
This is okay. Where are you at? There you are. 14.
Okay, that's not bad. So, she slips down, your shirt down a little bit to expose the wound and sticks the needle and thread through and begins to sew. But at one point, she just sticks it in a little too deep. And you feel this wince and you hold it back a little bit, but you successfully stitch it up fully. And cut it off.
Okay, so don't touch it. Let it, I'll take care of it once it's healed. I'll get the, the string out because I don't think you want that in there forever.
No, but
I mean, maybe
thank
do.
you. This is really nice
Yeah.
of you.
So you're okay, right there? Did you?
Should be. I've had
Yes.
worse.
But the man, was it just one
Uh,
downstairs?
there was one downstairs, but there were another bunch of guys that made a deal with that guy, and it was coin passed. I'm thinking we need to get the kid out of here tonight, or well, we can't stay here again tonight.
You think it's some kind of maybe like a mercenary deal? Could they be in on this? Them and the guards.
He seems to be wanted. Whatever's going on, he's not telling us everything.
Do you think he killed someone?
I don't know. I'm kind of suspicious about this Mammy story now.
What if he killed his man? Oh no! What if he? Oh God! What if? I've heard stories of what if he's one of those monsters that you hunt? What if he ate her in the mountains or something? Oh no, that's horrible. Oh, I can't go back to sleep now.
Well,
Oh, no.
okay, hang on. Whoa, wind back a moment. I don't think he's some vicious serial killer. You're getting a little intense. Breathe.
Sorry.
Like inhale through the nose, exhale through
I'm
the
gonna-
mouth.
That's it. Just pick up her teacup and just down it like almost like it's alcohol, but it's not. And then put it down. Oh, you're right. He probably just maybe it's fine, but we should. He's a child, and we should leave. We should make up. We should wake your friend. This is important. Yeah, we should wake her up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get Brecca.
I gotta wait here.
Yeah, you keep watch over the monster serial killer kid. And she walks out.
Terrified of the kid now.
Okay, cool. So you make your way through and knock on the door.
Brecca! Brecca!
Oh my god, what is that sound?
Meow.
Kitty?
Yo.
What? What time is it? Are there windows in this room? Is there anything I can look out to ascertain like what time of day it is?
Yeah, so as you look out and you can see a faint glint of light indicating around 4 or 5 a.m.
We're having
I'm
a
just
tea party in the other room.
You're having a tea party?
It's code, but you should come to the other room. We do really have tea, though.
And I just sort of like look over at the kid. What about Cyril? What about Cyrus?
Serial killer monster dude, yeah. Yeah, we got things to discuss.
All right. And
Bring
I'll
the
just
kid.
sort of. Oh. Okay. All right. Just wait for me downstairs. All right. And I'll just sort of gather my effects, make sure I have everything I need, my medallion, my little backpack, ointments and lotions and bardy things, and I am tasked with the delightful object of waking a child, which, yay, everyone loves waking kids. Am I able to just go over and put my hand on him and shake him a bit?
Yeah, so you place your hand, rock him a little bit back and forth. And Cyrus, you've been pretending to be asleep.
What's going on?
It's time to get up. There's something the Witcheress and the other one need to talk about.
But it's still nighttime.
Listen, I don't want to do this either, but if we gotta go, we gotta go.
Okay.
We'll get sleep somewhere else. You'll learn to deal with it, I guess.
So Sirius slowly waking up, pretending being still sleepy, and following the group.
Shall we make small... I can try to make small talk with Cirrus as we're walking downstairs. Did you sleep well?
Yes, kind of. Like, I heard some voice during the night, some people yelling, I guess, or...
Really?
Yeah.
I sleep like a log. I heard absolutely nothing. But I guess that's one of my many blessings. What did you hear?
Well, I think was the witcheress, and she was talking in the other rooms.
I'll have to talk to her about that. We can't have her disturbing your sleep. As for me, I just dreamt of Skellige's stormy shores, the rocking of the boats, the smell of the sheep. Normal things, I guess.
That seems to be a great place.
Oh, no better place on Earth. And an awkward silence falls over us as we realize we have nothing else in common to talk about.
So as you're having a
And so I'm-
conversation on sheep.
Yeah, and so I'm very happy to see Vi and Vess as you reach the bottom of the steps.
Cool. So yeah, you make your way down there, and a few candles flickering around, giving it a little bit of light, but definitely not a roaring tavern that you saw yesterday. A few drunk patrons sleeping around, and maybe a couple here and there, but so intoxicated that the fight that happened down before has not aroused them at all. So you get down there, and you do see Bertha. She is now awake somewhat and just muttering to herself. She prepares for the day and just girls, softly early, isn't it?
Yeah, we really needed tea.
You want more tea?
I mean,
A bit, yes, sure. Just, Brecca and Cirrus are down here now, right?
Yeah,
as
we
soon as
finally
the kid
arrived.
comes down the stairs, Vestrin is like, serial killer. Like, she's suddenly just kind of like, is this kid a killer? Like,
Yes, now.
no, she like almost like looking at Brecca like with like, come here, get away from him, run, kind of like look at her eyes. She's like, yeah, let's get some more tea. We have some things. Yes, early risers. Tea
And
would be
Breck
great.
is just looking back like, what the fuck is this woman doing this early in the morning? Like, what bug does she have up her butt that she's all excited?
She's just scared of the child.
Oh, right. And Bertha just takes a dagger that somehow got stuck on the wall and takes it out, puts it away.
she,
What was that?
oh,
This here is what is called a dagger.
Ah, thank you, yes. Thank you, Bertha. You are such a dear darling. Could we have a look at that?
Well, there's not much to see from it. It's honestly just a whole bunch of, nothing. We get daggers in the wall all the times. Someone's missus comes in, chats with a bloke.
I
Here you
do
go.
remember it being here yesterday.
here you go, Brecca.
Oh, thanks. I was wondering, this isn't the kind of dagger that the elves used to put up the notice yesterday.
And she just looks over, and that dagger is still in the notice board over there.
No.
No, that one seems to be quite honest, I just don't know why I don't polish the place up with a few daggers. Hang your coat up, have a dagger.
Yes, that would lend a certain charm to the tavern.
But to be quite honest, if I had to keep repairing every dagger in here, it cost me a fortune. So it gives it a bit of rustic charm.
I like it. I identify
It
with
works.
daggers.
Got a good theme going on.
Theme, yeah. Oh, those mangy mutts. Always out the back.
Tavern dogs, damn
Oh,
them.
never get rid of them.
I hope their bite is not as bad as their bark.
Oh, I'm sure they're fine.
I'm sure they're well fed. Can I speak to you, Kitty? And then I'll kind of just talk directly to her as Vess is nursing her tea, and I'm sure Bertha's gonna go help Cirrus or something. Why the fuck am I up this early?
So, that dagger was originally aimed at me.
This one.
Yeah. And I think I have an inkling the kid isn't telling us everything, or something's happening with the kid. People seem to be exchanging money to send people after this kid, and that's what this is about. And V just like pulls and shows off like the stitching that Vesserin did her best with.
Freya's left tit. This all happened last night?
like an
About
hour
like
ago.
yeah, an hour ago.
We didn't want to wake you.
And you were there? This happened?
No. She went downstairs to go get the tea, and then she came back, and there was blood and a cut and tea and blood, and I had a string, and I sewed, and
I just don't think the kid's safe here.
we have a bad feeling. She like looks over at the kid and leans into Brecca. What if he did something bad, like ate his grandma?
Do I hear that?
You were whispering it, right, Vizrin?
I went right up to her and was like,
Okay, so I want you to make me a sleight of hand check, even though it comes under that category. And then
Light of hand?
Cyrus, I want you to make me a
Don't.
perception check. Oh, did you roll a 1?
I rolled a 2.
Oh, this could go well.
Where these? Not my d20. 8.
Okay, so yeah, as Vezrin, as you're trying to deliver your message across as peacefully and calmly in a quiet manner, he's his grandma! Is the way that comes out.
Subtle.
So, Cyrus, you do hear this.
Very
Brecca's
subtle.
just like... Anyway... And I'm just like... I think at this point I'm a little wary of Cirrus and Vesserin now? Being the ship exploding loud whisperer? But back to V, who I know at least is a little crazy. Is there a way I could do, like, an investigation of this dagger? Like, can I do a perception thingy for that?
Sure,
and see
so
if there's any...
Roll me an investigation roll. It's an ability
Okay.
on your sheet. And I
What,
shall tell you.
What die should I roll for this one?
So a d20.
D20, all right. Big ol'
So,
red boy. Here we go, red boy. Don't let me down.
You can
Not
do
like
it.
your green. A 15.
Okay, so as you look upon this dagger, you notice that it's basically homemade. You notice that it's not weighted correctly. There's a few, worn, rusted parts on it. So it looks like it would be homemade, but that's basically as much as you would get. So the
Yeah.
person that used this either had it made by someone that's unprofessional or made it themselves.
And may I ask you what kind of material is? Like, is it a iron
It's
dagger?
iron. Yeah, iron.
Okay. I could, and so I tell Kitty, this doesn't look like a professional's tool. This isn't like an assassin. This isn't some kind of guild or military grade knife. It's just some dinky little dagger. And it cut you up this bad. Were you drunk? Is this the effect of all that wine you had?
I wasn't drunk.
Are you sure this really happened? Did you bang into some glasses or something?
I'm like at least 79.3% sure this happened.
Wonderful. Well, I'm very confident that you're right. If it didn't happen, what do you think could have happened then?
I think there's people after the kid and they're sending anybody who's willing. They just don't want to get cut up themselves. It's like sending the pawns off to the slaughter.
And I'm just sort of like turning the dagger into my hands and finally just like cast it aside. It's not going to help us anymore. Not like it has an emblem or something on it. Well, we're moving off now after Bertha some tea and maybe a little breakfast for the young one so he's not wandering on an empty belly.
Yeah, I think it would be best if we load up and get out.
Although we do have this place booked for a week, you know.
Just for now.
That's a good idea. What with them, first the guards and then the I don't know what we would call them. Strange men.
Midnight assassin, crazy guy with a knife.
They're obviously people after this guy, you know.
And you're sure he was after Cirrus? He wasn't just some random insane man with a dagger breaking into a bar at night.
I mean, he said about the kid, how many children do you see around you?
At a bar at the crack of dawn. Not many.
Meanie. Oh, it's only one.
Oh, right.
And she's just pointing blatantly at Cirrus.
Anything else you remember about him? The man that accosted you? Beard? Hair? Clothing?
So what you would remember about him is that he was bald, very cleanly shaven, but dirty. So he didn't look like someone that took care of himself except removed hair from himself.
What he said. The voice in my
Bald,
head.
clean-shaven, dirty. So not a drunk, homeless beggar. Probably not a leper either. Just a man in the night.
A man of the night. Very generic. Probably would not be able to find him on the street again.
I hope we don't. He cut you up bad.
We do not talk about me getting stabbed.
Listen, though, Vi,
He did
it's
get stabbed.
important.
It never happened. This is
But
just
it might again.
Not
I
if
can
I
still,
can
I
help
have more
it.
string if it happens again. So it's okay.
Yes, but what if this man comes back? What if it's not Vi? What if it's the kid? What if it's you, Vestrin? What if it's me?
What if
It's true.
let's just have food and get out of here. We can talk details about where we're staying as we go.
All right.
Besides,
We'll
don't we
think
have
about
to find those elf contract thing stuff?
Oh, I nearly forgot. That man that was tied up to the tree, the murdered one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should get on that as soon as possible. I don't know how long it'll take to
And
walk
it'll
there.
give us a chance to get away from here just in case those men come back. It all, it works well.
She's
Well-
a smart one.
Let's, from now on, keep it on the hush-hush list. Eavesdroppers.
We're going on a road trip. We're gonna take the kid to go see a field of grass.
Yeah.
Kids like fields of grass. Do you like fields of grass?
Well, they're pretty much.
You can say yes. Just
Yes.
You can like run. Kids run. I think I ran when I was a.
Yeah, don't you
Yes.
like frolic in fields and climb trees and put frogs in buckets and stuff?
are you saying frog because you're French?
Really?
Flovie. Not all Flovie. No. Not really.
It's French Insult was brought to you by itsTina.
Yeah.
The Toussaintois are not frog eaters alone. They have a very deep culture, okay? Would you respect that?
So, yeah, getting back to character.
Sorry, what's that?
Well, I don't really see the field as more playground, more about working environment.
Did you work in the fields as a young man?
Well, I was mostly collecting herbs and plants, mushrooms and stuff for medicinal stuff.
For your nana, I think you said.
Yeah.
Right. Well, shall we get Bertha over for some food and Vi's morning glass of wine.
Bacon.
Okay, so she comes over and she takes your orders. You begin to discuss amongst yourselves just daily little things. Food comes over. It's cooked well. This one, unfortunately, they have very minimal fruits, so you get some old raisins.
Are you
while the rest of you-
vegetarian?
No, just I like fruit. Makes me feel good in the morning. I eat meat. I do. I just like fruit in the morning. That's all. And this is fine.
Okay, I just remembered that you had fruit last night too.
I was actually, it was, it wasn't nighttime yet, but
Do you want a proper, meal? That looks like rat shit.
It's not actually rat shit. Do you
Actually, just
perception check?
she like slides the bowl over to Brecco. Do you think it is?
I'll just take that bowl. No,
Okay,
unless the rat's reading raisins.
You know what? If you have, sure, I'll have whatever the Vi is having, the scary one.
Bacon and eggs with some toast. Oh, and one grilled tomato.
all right. I'm not too sure if we have the tomato.
On an island.
I mean, to be quite honest, I would have given it to her. I mean, I might not be knowledgeable, but I know it's fruit.
Okay, then skip the tomato.
All right then. And she gets to cooking your order minus a tomato. Brecca, dear, it's
yes? Oh.
People coming in soon.
Right. Yes. Time to perform. Sure. I was.
Now, listen. Yesterday, it was the first time. We got some feedback. Word of advice: don't ever sing that song again. Just
Right. Yes, I wasn't planning on it. That was just sort of fresh off the boat, hailing the shores song that it doesn't. It turns out.
there's a lot of sailor talk in it.
Yes. 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 The swearing. Right. Yes. I will keep that at a minimum, of course, in this next one. But yes, I shall do my job, of course.
Oh, thank you very much. All right, off you go.
And I got to roll for this, right?
Yes, so make a performance roll.
Please, please.
No!
It's a 5 now.
Okay, plus your performance. I think you have a few points in performance.
I have 6 in performance.
Okay, so it's 11 all up. So 5
That's
on dice.
mediocre.
Yeah. So you get up there and it is
Listen, I just
triple
woke
as
up.
better than what you did yesterday. So you get up there and you give an average performance. Bertha's happy with it, and everyone seems fine, except you see one slim lady in the corner wearing very colourful clothes, just looking at you and giving you the almighty stink eye. As you're mouthing words, she's just there.
Don't get angry by. What are you getting mad for in my bath? What else can I see about this woman as I'm like throwing her side glances?
So you begin to look, and then you remember the same figure the following day breaking her lute and leaving the tavern.
Ah.
Tilly!
It's Tilly, huh? Shall I wrap up my performance and see what's the matter with this woman? Who
Yeah, you
I
can certainly do
kindly
that.
bought a beer yesterday?
Yep.
All right. And so I will wrap up my overwhelmingly mediocre performance with a bow and a sweep, grandiose, to mixed applause, I'm sure, some grunts and mostly sleeping people. and step down and excuse myself from my friends for a bit as I go see what's the matter with this very colorful peacock of a woman.
And you make your way over to her, and she's just like, "Oh, loving the stage, were you?"
Yes, it suits me. And you might be?
I'm Tilly, obviously. I've been performing here for ever. So who the hell are you to get on my stage?
Someone grew a spine last night. Where was all this confidence yesterday when you were crying in the corner when I first walked in?
My lute broke, thank you. Okay, it was very emotional. Okay, that's how I work. I don't need you, some sea dog, coming into my place of employment. Okay, so I heard your
vaguely
performance.
remember
I
you
wasn't impressed.
crying before you broke your lute clumsily after this establishment owner called your name. Do you not like being called by your name? What would you like me to call you? And I would offer that you choose the name rather than me, because you won't like what I come up with.
You can call me Lilith, okay? You can call me by my proper name. I don't like the name Tilly. Oh, so I got tipsy. Oh, Tilly, haha, real funny. No, my name is Lilith, and you better remember it.
Lilith. Tilly Lilith, world-renowned star of this very small little cavern on a small little island. In your small little stage, there's small little lute. What purpose is your heckling bringing you in your small little life?
That's my stage. You better give it back. You don't belong here. That's my stage.
All right. If you'd like it. I'm about to... May I throw this woman onto the stage?
Yeah, you could. You mean like legitimately physically throw her on the stage?
I believe I'm nearly 6 feet tall. I'm a very strong woman. And I don't like being woken up early. And I don't like being heckled from the stage. And I don't like small little people and their small little voices with their small little lives and their small little complaints. So I think I'd like to take this tiny little rat of a woman and her stupid little lute and have her perform the next song. And I'll just assist her by throwing her onto the stage.
Okay, make me a strength check, please.
What shall I roll for that?
So just 1d20 and then add your strength modifier to it. As Tilly getting thrown on stage.
It's a Bardoff!
That is a 19.
Okay, so we just have the scene of where as Vi and Vezran are just looking at each other talking, and behind them you just see this small figure go in the background and land with an almighty thud on the stage.
Oh no.
And you turn to see
Not
Brackett
again.
looking.
Not again.
And Tilly is just on the stage. She begins sobbing and weeping, giving a real... Hang on.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend singing like that. They don't like the keening of dogs here very much. If you'll excuse me, I believe we've got to get our tea and go, ladies and Cirrus.
I don't know. I was enjoying watching a nice, slow, long roast happening there. I like my people well cooked, and that was roasted.
Mm. Right.
God,
Well,
you were amazing.
I don't like little dogs barking at my heels. So, before that one gets up, she might be knocked unconscious. We should be going now. But I did promise no bloodshed, and no bloodshed there was. Tears.
I don't know. I think she's bleeding on the inside now.
Well, maybe she
It's
can
kind of funny if
pour
she
some of that blood, sweat, and tears into her song.
I remember now why I liked you following me.
I'm so glad you like me.
I never said
Sirius-
that.
Cirrus, are you all right?
Yes, I was eating and watching the show.
Good boy.
It was rather a good display, but I am ready to go if everybody else is.
I certainly am. Are we meeting with the elves to discuss where to go next? Or did you make a map or something? We did get directions towards the
Oh,
tree.
I took a
I
note.
vaguely remember. Yeah.
So just to recap, they did say they would meet you in the morning for morning dinner.
Oh,
Oh,
That's right,
cool.
morning dinner.
Fine.
So they're coming here. So we.
But we're leaving. We'll probably bump into them along the way before I
Yeah.
get angrier. I don't know. I think I'm in a mood right now. I might just snap the slightest thing.
She's not a morning person, but I am.
Bit of a night owl, this one.
So
Okay, well, let's. We can at least go outside for a while.
we'll wait for them outside. Meanwhile, we can see if we can saddle up a horse or something for this journey.
Right. Well, with the 30 florins that I got from working this place, maybe we can buy something?
Probably. Can you rent horses?
By
I
the
don't know.
hour?
On this island? I thought maybe you might know.
I never ridden a horse,
Oh my.
actually.
Well,
Yeah. Anyways, so this will be. I've seen them, touched them, been near them, never been on one. Well, never. Let's go outside.
Let's, shall we? And I'll throw one more glance over to Tilly and make sure that she's not crippled
Yes.
for life.
No, she's on stage and she's on there clutching her knee and she's
God, I don't
Yeah,
want to give this
yeah.
woman any more attention.
look
Oh,
absolutely
I might.
yeah.
Ugh. You. Sorry, I was reading a comment.
you're totally fine.
So you open the door to the outside world of Salt Shore, and the rain has, died back a little bit, still drizzling a little bit with that salt sea wafting around. And actually, as you exit, you see trotting down the cobblestone path the wagon and an individual sitting on top of it in a green cloak, and two others on their own horses in green cloaks. And the one on the main wagon stops in front of you and jumps off and pulls his hood back to reveal his elvish ears and an almighty fresh cut and stitches with herbs that have been placed upon it. As you recognize this as the racist elf from the night before.
Oh,
Oh.
what a bad time for him to come back.
And he looks at you and then looks behind him, and you see the elf who was friendly and kind to you and just, good night. And the other one on the other side just remaining with his hood down and keeping to himself. And the elf that jumped off, he makes his way over to you, and specifically his eyes look that of annoyed as he pinpoints all of you, but then all of a sudden, with a breath in, calm thinking, and opening up to reveal a lighter and more gentle side to him as he outreaches to Vi. I'm sorry for last night.
He's reaching out to Vi.
Yeah, that was his hand.
Okay.
Shakes him, then looks back over to Brekka. I am sorry for last night.
And I will deign to shake his hand and tell him that his apology is accepted and that he never speak like that to me again.
And he goes over to Vezrin. In an Elvish, I'm sorry for last night.
Just gonna look at Brecca, say what she said in Elvish, and shake his hand.
And then he just looks down to Cyrus and he's and he ruffles his hair. No hard feelings, right?
Oh.
I think Cyrus was mostly concerned with his chocolate cake at that time.
Is it the guy with the herbs that doing that?
Yeah.
On his face?
Oh,
Yeah.
I think it was your herbs that healed him, right?
No, it's these herbs.
Oh.
So he's given a
What
sewing
to
kit
do.
and herbs.
Yeah. So I see the herbs is quite working well right now.
Yeah, so it has a lot less redness in his
Yeah.
wound.
Well, I also say that to the guy too.
Okay, so Decath told me that you supplied me with this. Thank you very much. I don't know how you were able to talk to him, though. He's a little, other than yourself pointing to Vizran, his common human tongue is not very good.
You should teach him.
Priorities take effect. But you took the contract?
I think so. We're here, aren't we?
We wanted to do some good and make amends.
And
so
we
that
wanted
did-
to teach the kid about the great outdoors.
Fields, grass,
Trees.
And the power of forgiveness.
You don't want to take a kid out there.
No, we don't.
can't-
But it's better than here.
Yeah.
Ladies, if I have a moment. Listen, my brother's guts was sprawled out across the ground. You really want to show a kid that?
Do you have horse blinders?
You want to put horse blinders on a kid?
I was mostly joking, but
I mean, it could work.
well, either way, there's not much else we can do. No one we trust in this inn, and can't very well let the kid just wander in the
I
city.
mean, I think he's probably going to see this stuff anyway if he hasn't already. I mean, with all the people after him, something's happening there. And I think we should just bring him with. The world is not this lovely little bubble of butterflies and rainbows. Besides, he's like, what? How old are you, kid?
How many summers have you seen?
What? What question I answer first?
They're the same.
That's, yeah, the same question.
Wait. How many zombie I seen?
Summers.
Summers. Oh, sorry for my misunderstood of the language.
It's all right.
14. Yeah, 14. I'm 14 and half.
Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but I certainly saw things like that probably by the time I was 14. Aren't most kids going off to war at that age anyway? Learning to be soldiers.
He's certainly a young man now.
He's growing up so fast.
We'll be able to handle him. Don't you worry yourself about that. But I don't believe we caught your name.
My name is Delore.
The what?
Delore.
Delore?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
And, yeah, we're gonna bring the kid with us. Not
Okay.
blindfolded.
So, here's what we'll negotiate. My brother is dead, so I brought the wagon to get his stuff, to deal that out to people. I don't know where his wife and kids are.
Really? You didn't keep tabs on them? Do they not live in the same house?
They all lived in the same house, but when following a trail and we found...
You don't think that they are also in bits and pieces, do you?
I don't hope to find out. Listen, I hunt game, deer, things like that. That's a little bit more ferocious than, you know, a rabbit.
Well,
If you
so
really
is
want to
Vi.
go... Yeah, I've heard about them. If you guys are really serious about wanting to find, you know, my sister-in-law and my 2 nieces, I mean, look, I'll give you 100 florins. Okay? I mean, with what we've just inherited, I think we can part with that.
That's... Vi.
Generous.
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay. Look, I know it, to be quite honest, it's so high because I don't...
Oh no, I'm not complaining.
You don't
Just,
expect us to find him?
I can show you where we found him. We'll drop you off there. We'll give you a free ride, but as far as finding the rest of them, that's on you. We're not that good at tracking.
So your contract's a bit different now, Vi. You can track humans, right?
I mean, we're all animals, right? Should be able to do something.
Paw prints, footprints. I guess there's really no difference.
We'll see what we can find. Thank you for your time. We're gonna... Let's do this. Let's go. You ready to see bodies, kid?
Yes, it's happened one time when we tried to heal someone with herbs. He died.
Called it. He's seen bodies. Let's go. He'll be fine.
There's a difference between a dead body and then like a dead body, you know?
Tomatoes, tomatoes. It's all the same.
I mean,
What are these tomatoes you speak of?
I don't know. Bertha said it that way.
they're some people think they're vegetables, some people think they're fruits. Technically, they're fruits because they have seeds in them, but they're great. You can eat them. You don't care. Okay.
Right, in the caravan.
All right.
So you say Decath jump off and he looks at Obviously. You come on.
Vesper likes him, so she's gonna get in the bag and sit next to him. Good morning.
Hi.
Hi. How
You
are
sleep?
you doing? Yeah, a little bit. Did you?
Yes. You see him get a little bit nervous. You like horse?
As much as the next person. Yeah, sure.
Horses really slow.
Okay, a horse is slow, guys.
Everyone jump off.
You want to use the word on.
Oh. Everyone on.
Oh,
I can teach you some things.
Oh, please.
Want?
Yes. And he switches back to Alvin. He's like, to be quite honest, I think my comment is quite good. It's quite adequate.
It is it's less than to be desired. You definitely sound. Do you want me to be brutally honest, or?
Oh, absolutely. No, it's absolutely fine.
You sound
Everyone,
like a
come on.
5-year-old. I'm sorry. Your Elvish is great, obviously, but your common is
A 5-year-old.
technically maybe even worse. They know the difference between on and off.
Just pulls out a small journal and he just crosses out something and then replaces it with another word. And he switches back to common as he looks over to Brecca. Okay, lady?
Yes.
Lady.
Yes.
Madame.
Oh boy. And I'll help myself into the cart. I think I'm tall enough to probably step into the caravan and lean over and get Cirrus's hand, pull him up.
Okay,
Catching it.
Yeah.
baby.
No,
There you go.
No?
child,
Ease him up into the.
Child.
boy, things like that.
He switches back to Elvish. You know what? I think that's enough learning for today.
All right. Okay. Yep. Yes. Great.
Just looks up to Vi. Okay, young lady, you with us?
The backern.
Vi's just going to not say a word because she can hear everything that he's been saying in Elvish and Common as well. Staying quiet and helping herself onto the cart and sitting down. Eyebrow raised, arms crossed.
All right, fantastic. Now, do you need to stop off anywhere before we hit the road?
Oh, was that an Elvish or common?
Elvish.
Oh, so I'm just sitting there like.
He's wondering if we wanted to make any stops before we went on the road.
Oh, nothing I need.
Kid, are you all right?
Yes.
All right then.
Anybody got a pee?
Oh wait,
No.
hang on.
Oh,
I'm kidding. I joke sometimes. See, I'm funny. Okay, let's go.
hilarious.
All right, fantastic.
body.
Well, if you need anything from me, I'll be on the horse. And he jumps off and slides up to his horse and like, good to go. And the wagon begins to move. Man, even I'm slipping up in common. As the carriage begins to move along with the horses beside you as you begin to leave the small town of Saltshore and enter into the heart and thicker wilderness of the Isles. And I think we'll take a short break.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. We are back for more Witcher Genesis goodness, and we have just found ourselves heading into the forest looking for bodies and to show Cirrus the world, because for some reason we seem to think he has never experienced anything. One moment he's a serial killer, possible monster. Next he's back to the innocent child that has never even climbed a tree. So, yeah, Slade, take it away.
Okay, so we just left off with our heroes leaving Saltshore and entering into the denser, more forest parts of the Isle. So the journey itself goes on for quite a little bit, and not much conversation is happening between the elves themselves. You get a few glances, especially yourself, Vezran, if you're looking back to Dulcath. As he looks over and he gives you this hearty chuckle. But the further and further they get into the actual forest, it begins to feel a lot gloomier. You're away from civilization now. This is where nature thrives and where politics and laws don't really abide. Traveling along further and further, the wagon slowly comes to a halt, and Dulcath jumps off and he's like, okay, come on then, in his Elvish language.
V's gonna jump off first and start like offering her hand out to everyone to help them down.
Are we there?
I
think you're
guess so.
close. Here, kid, why don't you... She's gonna, like, kind of help him towards Vi before getting down herself.
And,
Jumping
I'll
off
exit
the
after.
cart without taking any hands.
oh,
Okay.
big kid.
She just finger guns at him.
I'll do it.
Finger guns.
Graciously.
Finger bow and arrows.
Okay, finger arrows. Ching.
Oh, finger crossbows. This work.
Finger crossbow.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
So she helps Vesserin get down. Hopefully helps Brekka get down as well.
Yeah, I'll get my lanky self out of
I
them.
feel like such a gentleman
you.
right now.
Our gallant Witcher.
Okay, so Dogheath, he begins smiling and patting you on the shoulder, and then of course Dalor jumps off the head wagon and moves up, and he almost gives Dogheath a bit of a stink eye just. And he nods to him, losing his smile, and he hops back on his horse. 20 minutes travel east. Head through there.
Where are you guys going to go?
We're heading up to my brother's farm.
Should we follow some sort of path, or are we just wandering?
There's not really any path out here. As I said, we're good at tracking, but we're not that good. If you keep heading that way, you will find it. You need to be careful. That one.
Well, thank you.
And he nods over to Vi. She looks like she can take care of herself. The rest of you look like you need to be in homes. The wilderness isn't exactly civilized.
I'm fairly well acquainted with the woods, thank you. But we'll make sure that these two don't trip over any roots and keep their legs out of snakes' pits.
Okay then.
In here?
And bears and tigers, oh my.
What's
Are we hearing this or everything? Okay.
Presume so, yeah.
Okay, so, well, thank you for the ride, and I'm sure we'll all find each other at some point if we don't die.
Right. Where should we find you again if we want to report back to you and collect our reward?
You still got that map?
A crude one, yeah? The one from the notice.
And he looks at it and he basically draws a rough drawing of where to find him. Dirt trail, northwest. Not hard to find.
Is it still like along the river?
The body,
Yeah.
we didn't touch it. So yeah, it's there.
Cool.
If the crows and dogs haven't gotten to it.
Something's already got to it.
At
I don't
least the
exactly
flies.
think something doesn't open up someone's guts and sprawl them all out. That's an animal.
Ari's
Good health to you.
Hari,
So,
wow.
While they're talking and asking, as soon as I heard the direction, can I just start walking in that direction?
Yeah.
Wood.
He's
You
not
want
gonna
me to
notice.
slip away from everyone?
Yep.
Okay, make me a
Well,
stealth
they-
check.
Well, it's not that stealthy, but yeah, kind of.
So stealthy, but not stealthy.
What a
Yeah.
young man would do, just like all the grown-ups are
14.
talking. I'm gonna go.
Okay, so 14. So you do leech yourself with your height. Just first of all, mark yourself behind everyone before slowly walking back and just making your way through into the woods.
V's definitely not going to have noticed because she was busy starting to rummage into her pack to see if she had anything she could feed the horse as like a thank you to the horse. She's not so fussed about the human who got us or the elf that got us here, but she's really appreciative that the horse carried all of us and a cart full of us.
Yep.
True.
Make me an animal handling check.
Cool. Not my most proficient thing, but why not? And I'm going to use a green dice for this. Okay. That would be a 12.
Okay, so you give it some treats from your own ration, some dried fruits that you procure back from your mainland, and it takes it. It seems to enjoy it. As it's enjoying it, its eye locks onto your eye, and it startles it a bit. It gets a little bit uneasy as it sees this menacing monster eye. So you know it's time to back away, otherwise you will startle it even more.
And I'm all wrapped up with making the deal, but
Having
So-
a small crisis in my brain about seeing a dead body. So
So
Or
none of us
have you found
notice.
it have you found it yet, or you're just like
no,
having
she's
crisis about the
imagining it.
idea? Oh,
Yeah,
God.
the idea. She's just like,
Yeah.
oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
So instead of like
Closest she's seen is like a
post-traumatic,
cadaver.
Pretty traumatic. Yeah.
she's having pre-traumatic stress disorder.
Yep. That's exactly what she's going through
Oh,
right
no.
now.
Pre-traumatic. Well, Vi is going to just kind of probably eventually. Yo, so where's the kid?
I thought you were watching him.
I was looking after the horse. He's a good boy.
Oh god.
I was ironing out the contract, making sure we get paid for this.
Oh, this might have been my fault.
All right.
I'm sorry. Oh.
What-
He couldn't have gone far, right? It's just
And they
a
said to
kid.
head northwest or
East for the body.
Yeah.
all right. What are we waiting for? And
Let's go.
shall we run off?
I think we should.
Okay,
Oh.
so
Can I smack the Witcher and get her to smell him or something?
It smells like forest. Alpine fresh.
Oh my god, no wonder you needed my help out here.
All right, hang on. And Vi's gonna start looking at the ground. Can I maybe do a like survival check and see if I can notice his tracks or something?
yeah, so I believe as a Witcher class you gain survival at advantage for tracking.
Yes.
So roll with advance. For tracking, what is your first monster in this game, which is a small child.
Ooh, so first roll was 10.
The most dangerous and angsty creature ever to come by.
I rolled an 11 for the first one and then a 7 for the second. So I guess 11 it is.
Okay, so as you kneel down and begin to look, you don't see much. You try to sniff, but you just, sense everyone's aromas all blending in together and unable to pinpoint a certain one. Until you just see basically this little firm half of the boot print moving in a certain direction.
Guys, kids have small feet, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think this might be him. We should follow this.
All right.
To
I'll
start.
just take her word for it and start running.
Okay, so Cyrus, how quickly were you moving?
Oh, yeah, what's your
Um,
movement speed?
I need to know if you were moving
30
cautiously, moving normally, or sprinting.
Well, I'm not sprinting, of course, but I'm moving normally. Like,
Okay.
I'm moving normally, but I'm easing the forest because I always like look for herbs and stuff in the forest, so I pretty much know how the forest is
Yeah.
grounded in like roots and stuff, like to watch out. So I'm
Okay.
really the forest.
So you begin to move, and it would probably take the rest of the party about 5 minutes to catch up with you, unless you decide to stop off to cut some herbs or acquire some berries along the way.
I'm moving straight to the river where they say that the body were.
Okay, so the journey itself was going to be 20 minutes on foot. So as you leave and the rest of them converse, and it takes up to 5 minutes for them to finally reach up to you, as you ladies see in the distance just this person that you know hopping over a log and making his way through dense forest.
Oh, God. Kid! Hey!
Yeah.
Kid! Cyril!
Oh god! And can I grab her as
Cyril.
she's saying the kid's name aloud
Mm-hmm.
and just like be like, Kid for now. We don't know who's out here. Don't go screaming this kid's name. Kid!
Just run.
Oh, I got the lung space for it. I'm just like track running and ready.
My little library boots, like, oh god, these are heels. I gotta run.
Oh.
Wearing a dress.
And yes, Osiris, they are running up and they are behind you.
You got
What do you
3
do?
angry moms on your ass.
Just continuing walking in the same speed.
Oh my god.
I
Ooh.
probably don't hear them that much from the distance I am when they're yelling at me.
Yeah, so as they're yelling, it gets louder and louder and louder as they approach you.
Pretty much turning back and waiting for them as long as I starting to hear them.
Oh my god. What were you thinking running away like that?
I was going to the river where we were supposed to go. Where wasn't there we needed to go? In the north to east?
Oh my god, he's serious. Yes, but there's a dead body, and there's something that killed it out there, and you were gonna go out there by yourself, and you're like this big, and you were going out there by yourself. Why are you doing that?
And moreover, somebody out here could be trying to kill you. We don't know.
Well, in
There's a lot of
forest,
things that could kill you.
the forest is pretty much my domain, so I'm pretty much more ease here than in the cities. So if there's people tracking me, it would probably be better to hear them first.
See, the little dude's comfortable. He's gonna be
Well,
fine.
doesn't mean smart.
Yeah.
Just don't run away. Like, we're all
Please.
weirdly in this together, so let's stick together.
Take one of us with you next time.
Buddy system.
Yes.
Always, you gotta love the buddy system. Unless you need to pee, I'm sure you can do that by yourself.
We won't hold it for you. No.
That got weird real fast. So, shall we go?
Oh, okay.
Let's go and stay with us.
So I'm sorry.
Okay, so now that the group has rejoined, you begin to travel along together now, going eastwards. If I could get everyone to please roll me a perception check.
That's a D20.
That's the one.
Oh, sorry, I was reading the chat. Sorry.
Nat one.
Nat 1, right.
Nat one. So it's 2. Technically.
3.
Technically 2, but it's a nat one.
3.
14.
14. Okay, so as you begin
I have my
traveling
fair
along,
Forests.
so for Cyrus, Vezran, and Vi, you begin to just think in your own mind, and you're not looking outward, you're more or less contemplating stuff within and thinking, going to find a dead body. What's it going to look like? This is going to be my first time. Will I be excited by this? No, I shouldn't be excited by this. But you contemplate these things as you keep walking along. Whereas for you, Brekka, you begin to really focus on things around, and you hear this quick rustling.
Oh. I'm like a dog on the trail now. What was that? Shut up and stop. What was that?
My Witcher senses are tingling.
Yeah, my hearing senses are tingling. Where is it coming from?
Can I do an insight check to see if I can tell what direction?
Yep.
Are we dying?
God damn it. 5.
So
This
as you
dice
begin
is
to
fired.
try and listen for this sound, you look behind you and you just notice that it was actually Vezra moving her shoe along in a different direction. So you look behind, that's the only sound you hear.
Can you do that quieter? Maybe, I don't know.
Walk? You want me to walk quieter?
Yeah.
I'm just walking. I don't know if I can walk quieter. I can.
Have you
I can
heard
take
of
off my shoes.
sneaking?
Listen,
never-
it's This bickering is making it difficult to hear where this thing is.
Oh, I wasn't
coming from.
fighting. I was genuinely asking.
I can take off my shoes.
No, that would be silly. You might hurt yourself. That's okay. Sorry.
So, what can any of us hear? Like, what can Vesserin hear? And...
So the sound now has seemed to have died off. As you try and ponder and listen, there's no more sound. Whatever there was, if there was anything, is not there anymore.
All right. Well, let's not get disoriented. We're heading northeast still? All right.
I believe so.
Do I have
And there's-
maybe a compass or anything like that? Or
I don't think that exists.
No,
unless
not a
for-
compass.
unless
There's
for,
this
like, ships.
technology you speak of.
okay, then
Can
survivor style.
Can I try to lead the way?
That's going to be a gift, by the way, Alex. So that.
Because I pretty much know where the northeast would be.
Yeah, so Cyrus, you, as you know, you're not very passive, you're very aggressive in your movement, so you just carry on again, and the rest of
Just
you can follow
walking.
if you would.
We need a leash for this one. But let's follow the kid.
I bet you that's going to be a trend in the future. Kids on leashes.
That
A prophet and a witcheress.
bad.
You're
I'm an
so untalented.
entrepreneur at heart.
I see. Well, let's get to the witcher heart of that and find this dead body. You can't smell anything?
Can I try again? To
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so make a survival check.
Okay, that one's much better. And then double check. Yeah. Okay, so 19.
Okay, yes, so 19. As this time you kneel down, you smell once again. You're able to remember from beforehand the aromas that you smelt of your party, but this time you get a different whiff of something. Something
Wow.
that smells rotting and decay. It's very faint, but you can sense it out in the east direction.
Wolves are like really far away, but I can smell death. And I think
Which
it's this way. Luckily away from the wolves.
Good. Wouldn't want to mess with their meal. All right. Lead the way.
All right. Do we have the kid?
Do we?
I thought you were following us.
Bear's walking off.
Just in the right direction.
He's
Can
heading in the right
probably-
direction.
You can probably see me like a bit 10 meter, 20 meter further. If you stop for sniffing.
Stop for sniffing.
Yeah, we got to do more of this on the run.
All right, let's go. And she just immediately, as soon as she smells it, just starts walking away.
Okay. So you continue on this trail, following your, snout, until you finally hear some noise in the background, getting louder and louder as you can hear a rushing river go by. You know you're coming in the right direction as your senses pick up more and more of this decaying smell. And the rest of you, when a small breeze goes by, it carries the scent and hits your nostrils and sends a sick feeling into your stomach as you know it is close.
Oh, God.
You need a drink now after that.
I haven't got a wood for that in a while.
As you begin to look past trees and trying to identify, you see as you look past one tree, this individual that is tied up by two ropes, his arms up, lashed around a tree, while also his feet lashed and tied around the same tree. And the description that the brother gave you is correct. Sliced open under his belly, while his entrails on the ground.
Flies everywhere, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I think we found him.
So the time where they arrived, and I probably be there the first, I guess.
Yeah, since you were leading, yeah.
So I'm pretty much been standing in front of it. saying nothing. Apparently, I could look shocked, but actually, I'm using curative forensic, trying to find out what happened there, what kind of things that killed it.
Okay, so you're using your special thing?
Yeah, like what kind of damage that did the cut?
Okay, so guys, you see Cyrus actually walk up and begin to look down at the entrails and look back up. And Cyrus, as you begin to investigate, you're looking at the specific, rip from this man, and you begin to investigate. And the strange thing that appears to you is this looks clean. It doesn't look like a tear. It looks smooth and sliced along. You put your hands on the actual wound and you can see that it's like a sliced cut.
Like a weapon did?
Like a weapon.
Is there any other things that seems to be... Like, does he seems to have been drugged or...
No, he doesn't seem to be drugged. And so beginning to look more and more in this man looks like he was in his full wits. His face looking in pain and dying. It almost looks like he passed out first and then bled to death.
So he died by bleeding of this wounds.
Yeah. If any of you wish to find out anything more, roll me a investigation check.
With advantage because of the forensic.
Yeah. Bezrin, you're having a lovely time with this.
Are we at the body yet, or are we still?
Yeah,
chasing?
you're all there. You're all there.
Oh, we're all there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She didn't even actually. As soon as she saw like part of it, she immediately turned around
17.
and is leaning away from it on a different tree, like trying not to throw up at this point.
So yeah, this bit is going to be a little bit graphic. So what you notice from
I'm
the
fine.
entrails is that it looks like they were spread out by hand.
The blood on the ground?
And everything else inside the man.
Okay. With the 17, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you get the distinct feeling that this wasn't an animal.
Okay. I'm just getting up, saying nothing, and getting back to the group.
So, kid, what did you find? You seem to be very observant over there.
And I'm just sort of studying Bezrin, making sure she doesn't vomit.
Is been horribly killed by someone.
Can I maybe do an investigation check to see what...
Yeah. So you can do that as well, yeah.
Okay. Because... Alright, we got a 16.
So yeah, that will give you the information once again that Cyrus has found. So you begin to notice as well from dealing with monsters and beasts and attacks. This looks like some weird execution. Just some...
V is almost going to start turning this into a science lesson of like, see this laceration here? This is not normal because it goes away in this direction. When normally when people are using this kind of blade, it should have gone like this. And this mark here, this suggests that he didn't do this willingly. You can tell by the marks around here that he was grabbed at some point. You can tell here where he struggled, and you see the dirt under his nails here. And she's like casually just holding up different parts of the body, and like see this part here. You can see like the dirt from where he clearly grabbed at the ground at some point, and he's just pointing out all of the different gory details to the kid as if it's just the most casual, normal thing in the world.
And as she begins to be giving this science lesson, and you're all looking intently, you just hear this faint snap of a twig, and then some leaves. One running past. As you begin to hear this low, grumbling growl from multiple wolves, 3 of them. They're just approaching.
Vi is going to start slowly kind of trying to push the kid behind her a bit initially before kind of just focusing full on with the wolves, making eye contact and slowly pulling out her katana.
So these things are just dead in their tracks, just looking at you, snarling. And they're just watching you. Looking at your moves. One of them looks to you, Vezran, as the other one looks to Brekka. And the one looking at Brekka quickly darts its eyes down to look at Cyrus, and then back up, as they all just seem to watch your movements.
Brekka.
Eat the body or something.
How do the wolves look? Are they hungry? Are we interfering in their territory?
Yeah, make me an investigation check.
Sure.
Estigation. Female investigation. Estigation.
Oh, 20.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
So,
girl! Was that a
with
nat
that-
Go with
20?
dogs.
Yeah.
Was that your
That's like
first
a
nat
20.
20?
Bing. Yay!
Cool.
Booyah.
So,
Sorry, I was reading chat. Sorry.
You're fine.
as you begin to look at these wolves, they look hungry. Looks like they haven't eaten in a couple days, and they see an easy meal in front of them with some not so easy people in their way.
All right. So quick decision-making time. To Vi and where is like Vesrin and Cirrus's body? Because I would assume that Vi and I are close to the corpse because she's showing it off. But where are the other two? Are we like
So
gathered? near the
you're
corpse?
gathered together, yeah. So quite close. I would imagine Cyrus next to yourself and Vezran next to Vi, and you two either side of each other.
All right. So Vi, how would you like to take this? We can kill the wolves, or maybe
Does-
offer them something to eat.
I was about to say, got
I don't know if we
any
have anything to
dried
offer
meat
them.
in your pack? Or... Oh! I mean...
Can I grab a handful of guts?
I was about... That's exactly what I was thinking! Exactly what I was
And-
thinking.
And just sort of very slowly, not looking the wolves in the eyes, just sort of taking this handful of human offal, or elfish offal, excuse me. No racism, I'm sorry. And kind of ball it up and heave it towards the wolves. Not like throw it in their faces, because I
Yep.
don't want to throw it in them, but like heave it towards them.
So yeah, you take this awfully smelling mixture of guts and meat and just throw it, and the entrails and blood slump onto the floor at least 10 feet away from you. They stop their growling and slowly look down and look back up and cautiously make their way. They get up to it, they sniff it, and then they wait for the one in the middle to first take a bite, and he sinks his teeth into it, looking back up, and begins to drag it slowly away. He picks it up, and the one bits and guts that fall on the ground, the rest of them pick that up in their mouths, and they make their way back.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can start posturing ourselves towards them to make it known that we're defending this little square and that it's time for them to go. Well,
Well,
Oh my god.
and this is why I keep her around. It is clearly for her beautiful singing, her savage wit, and her way with dogs.
and intestines. I have, I guess, intestinal fortitude. But
You have an ungodly smell and
yeah,
texture on your hands now.
not a happy sight.
Luckily, there's a river like right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna, and I'm like, my hands are a little shaking a bit. This is a bit much for me. I'm gonna take care of this. What were you saying about the body? I'm just trying to like grab onto some normalcy right now and get us back on track as I'm like shakily taking my hands to the water and like washing guts and blood off them.
Bai is excitedly, while she still has her katana out, is gonna cut him down.
Yeah, as you cut him down, this body just flops. Almost in half as well. So first it's just in two motions.
All right, so can I maybe investigate the area a bit more?
So yeah,
Rather
now
than
that he's
the
cut
body.
down, make me an investigation.
Okay. Bugger me. I'm not having good rolls today. That's a 4. This one also is now going in the dice jail.
That dies out.
Is it something different that happened?
Something is different, yeah. So everyone can
The
roll me
body?
an investigation, so don't
I
get me
can-
wrong. Everyone can make these rolls.
Do an advantage.
I got it too.
I'm too busy
think I'm still
basking in the glory of the fact that I just cut down a body, I guess.
I'm freaking out, having some gross
I
moments.
got a
of
14.
14 will do it.
In the midst of her like traumatic moments, she's just
22?
like, oh.
22. Okay, so for both of you, as this body falls down, you notice on his back what seem to be carvings of a strange symbol. And Brecca, as you look up from washing your hands, you see 3 individuals wearing brown leather and bows drawn.
Oh,
The rest of us don't notice them, right?
it's just me. It sees that they're across the
Yeah.
river.
And he's just like,
Ooh boy. All right. Let's see.
Oh, can I actually look at this? Do I recognize the symbol on the?
yeah,
on
so
the back
you,
at all?
I've got to remember which
Totally
one it is.
oblivious
Like,
to
make
what
a
Brecca's going
knowledge
through
check.
right now.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can make me
That's
a
all good.
knowledge
We can
check. So
just-
depending on which knowledge check you want to make,
I mean,
I think
Wait.
religion might be the best.
okay,
Hmm.
cool.
Religion or knowledge.
18.
Yeah, okay, that works.
So
So
do I recognize it too in the same time?
yeah.
Okay.
So with your one before, so you look at it and you notice this to be, since you're both from the Isles, you've been here a little bit. This seems to be a old sacrificial carving that they used to use in times when that was a thing. As Brecca, as they keep looking at you, they begin to lower their bows, and the rest of you just hear multiple arrow strings tighten, just
Right.
and a impressing
No harm.
tribe, all with blood-stained markings on them, teeth yellow, and they just all approach to you.
Behind me, since we're both by the body. Okay.
Is there? Can I communicate with them? Can I?
You can, yeah.
Okay. So I'm trying to communicate to them that we mean them no harm. I don't know if they speak common, but that's the only thing I know aside from some like chips and pieces of old Skelligan dialects.
Yeah. So-
but
As you begin to talk with them, they seem to pay no mind at all. They're almost just target locked on. As you hear this awful laughter almost echo around the forest. As 2 of them step aside and you see this large, overweight man with hardly any clothes on except underpants, with blood smears all over him, just walk through. What do we hear? Are you really messing with our sacrifice?
We've done nothing here. We're just here to investigate this missing child. We happened to come across this body along the way.
Oh, I love the trick that you did with the dogs. That was so clever. But you've touched something very sacred to us. That's not okay.
This corpse is sacred to you?
Can I message her?
Mm-hmm.
I
Speak
would like.
to me or telepath?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm gonna use my cantrip message. So just like weird kind of ethereal version of my voice just in your head. Brecca, these people are psycho. This is some kind of sacrificial thing. This symbol on the back, I've seen it in books. It's some kind of ceremony, some kind of sacrifice to something that is way bigger than us. We need to get out of here. They will do this exact same thing to us.
Okay, and I hear that, and I'm kind of alarmed by it, because this has never happened to me before, and it's a voice in my head that's not my own, but I'm kind of like prickling up and just sort of taking this and starting to back away from the river and towards the group.
And he sees you backing up, and he's just like... and he looks behind one of his archers and just... Ooh. And he pulls out a hand axe. And he... Now, you see, that wasn't very nice what you did. Do you know how long it took to get that family? I mean, really? The kids were screaming, the wife screaming. Ah!
You took them all?
Of course. Why just waste one life when we can waste 4 and have 4 opportunities to have a proper sacrifice? You just don't understand, do you?
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with me? No, dearest. What's wrong with you? You see, out here, we're free. But you need to know who owns the lands and who really owns this lands. Come on, let me hear you. Who owns these lands? Come on.
I don't know, the guy who's probably like the local Jarl or something.
Wrong. That's one incorrect answer.
Oh, we have
Anyone
a
else?
limit?
I love games. I love games. So how about this? Why don't we try one of those riddle things that you people from the city like? Because you're so smart and intelligent. See, who owns this and controls everything is all around us standing. We're standing on it. We pinned the man to it and we sacrifice to it. Who do we serve?
Veteran, do you know anything of this?
Would I?
God, a king, a man?
Could I tie the symbol to any knowledge that I may have?
Yeah. So I'm gonna give that one to you for free. So you begin to tie it back to old Druidic symbols. So you believe this to be some, not necessarily a being or a god. You just think this is nature in general.
So I have a better knowledge about it?
Yeah.
Not a person, is it?
She's close. What's the word? What is the word?
A god.
No,
I'm gonna
man.
glance at Cirrus because she kind of gets the vibe that he knows as well.
Think
It's everything, isn't it? Nature. The earth.
nature.
Oh my goodness. You're actually smart. You just saved everyone here from, well, for now. But now here's the problem. You see, we got, Tiffany, Biffany, and Heffany floating down the river. So we don't have them anymore. And you've just ruined our offering. So now we're in a little bit of a bind.
In what way do we ruin your offering?
Well, to be quite honest, I hate what you've done with the place. I mean, you chopped him down. Look at him. He's... Presentation. You don't give an offering and not make it look amazing.
And what force of nature would accept something as foul as this? A man strung to a tree, his belly cut open? I've never heard of a god or...
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Here. And he puts the X away. You see, it came to me in a dream that to protect our tribe, we would have to give sacrifices to nature. We all came from nature, so we must give ourselves back. Keep the wolves at bay, keep the beasts at bay, and let our hunt be plentiful.
But who are you to nature?
Oh, I am nature. You see, I'm its voice. I think what nature thinks. And right now, you are really, really pissing nature off.
God, you're fucking crazy.
What
I've read
about
tribes like these and cults and idiots that think that nature is something that listens to them, but I never thought that in person you would actually be this absurd. You think nature cares? Do you think it wants something like this? It's not something that listens to idiots like you who run around with no pants. Do you think it cares?
Oh, I do. I really do.
You could die just like the rest of us.
Oh, I could. Oh, I
And
could.
nature would not save you, no matter how many children you kill.
But here's the thing. Look at everyone around. They all agree with me because they've seen the benefits. One quick little, ooh, I better not. Because then it's all over for you. This is what kings must feel when they can just snap their fingers and things come their way. So, I tell you what, I'm feeling in a decent mood. So, why don't you tie the body back up for us? Make it look presentable. See, we put a lot of hard work into making that, and it would be such a waste for it to look like that.
Wait, did we just suddenly become your lackeys? I don't see why.
Oh, because I'm in charge right now. See, you can go to your cities and your towns and lock yourself away in your stone homes. But out here I'm in charge. And if you want to live, you will listen and do as I say.
Can I backing up a bit from the group?
Mm-hmm.
And just standing at the back without people seeing me?
Can he, or gosh, none of us are looking after him after losing him twice?
No, I pushed him behind me. So
Oh. So you thought you had him, but you don't.
Well, I'm not that far from you. You still know that I'm behind, but I just
Making
more
sure he's in the
back.
back.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Have they noticed him fully?
So you begin to look at specific arrow points where they are. You do seem to notice a couple of them aiming at your thigh, and you notice that trajectory is aiming at Cyrus.
Okay. But I probably haven't noticed him starting to slink away.
No. Ladies, I'm getting bored, so how about we shoot one of the ladies? I think that'd be fun, wouldn't it? Hands up for a volunteer. Who wants to be shot first? I mean, I could count if you want. Okay.
Let's go.
The whiner, the tall one, or... And he begins to look closely at you, Vi. Oh my.
She's just gonna close her eyes because she has an inkling it's probably about her eyes.
Yeah.
Are you shy now?
It's a thing. Just don't... I can still hear you.
I love this idea. Anybody have an apple? Anybody got an apple?
Oh, I think I do.
Oh, please tell me you're getting something other than an apple.
I'd like to reach into my pack and use my silver dagger on the chain.
So the silver dagger on a chain is 10 feet. He is at least 30 away.
Bugger! Okay, never mind.
Any-
Do you have an idea, Tina?
I could ask the Witcher if she could use her magic, or...
Oh. Yeah, I guess I could try and use one of my
Turn them against each
Witcher
other?
spells. Or I do have a cat school cantrip called Dirt in the Eyes.
Yeah. What's that one do?
As a reaction, I can spend a superiority die and impose a penalty on their attack roll equal to the number rolled on my superiority die. Which I'm guessing means like an advantage die.
Oh, wait. Or you could cover me and I could try jumping across the river and like getting their attention or charging the line or something. I can look back at you if we have like a thing like, I'm going. And then you can be like, yes. If you have anything that could help me.
if I'm guessing at this point, Vi and Brecca have traveled together long enough to kind of have their own sort of signals of sorts. Little quirks that they know, like, hey, you're like, it's like when somebody says, like, go to this base. You're just like, hey, number two over here. Like tug the belt and things like that.
I'm sure in conversation we've had some talks like, if this happens, this happens. Never use Axie on me, please.
Yeah.
That's just that kind of thing.
All right. Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to kind of try and distract Mr. Joker nature guy.
Because we could run or we can attack. We can like do a little flash bomb, get the fuck out, grab the kid, and try to find the other bodies, or we can like attack and get these men prisoner if we're strong enough.
How many of them are there in total?
Over 10.
We're really outnumbered. And they're across the river?
3 across the river, and about 8 of them around you.
I have a whip.
Since I'm
Wonderful.
behind, I'm just making some move with my fingers, and nobody saw this because I'm behind. And there's actual flowers popping all around the leaders of the group, the enemy group, and puffing some like pollen on the air.
And I would assume I'm pretty fucking shocked to see that.
So
while I was spreading it.
And I cast sleep.
So you see this small flower, its stem grow up and then bloom out into a beautiful yellow daisy. And you just begin to see the nectar and particles from it just almost swirl in the air a little bit. The rest of them all focused on you guys, and the man just sort of grinning and waiting for this apple that you said you were going to produce. Just beginning to clap. Eyes roll back and he just slumps down to the ground, as well as two of them look at him and they intake as well, and they both, their hands loosen in their bows and they just drop down to the ground as well. And the rest of them all look at them, just they're in shock, but their eyes are all turned.
When that happened, I would like to grab a bit Vestron from behind and telling her quietly, I think they're gods or something. They might be angry. We maybe should use that to try to make them let us go.
Can I need to see how message works exactly. I think I can only use it once, right? Unless
it's a cantrip, I believe, so you can continue using it.
Okay. He's gonna, as soon as he does that, Dustin's going to, as lightly as she can, show him that she understands what he's meaning, and then messaging the faithful bard and performer. She's okay. I think this is a good opportunity. The kid has an idea. If you think you can, pull out your acting skills. Tell them this is the gods. Tell them this is nature. It's not happy. It doesn't like their sacrifice. Get them to run. Get them to leave.
And I'll just sort of like as I'm, nodding yes to her as she's behind me and say, just sort of strike a very dramatic, I suppose, is this a performance now that I'm going to put on? Should I roll for that? Okay. Well,
yeah.
Should I roll first or say what I intend to do?
Say what you intend to do first before you roll, yeah.
So I'll very dramatically say, oh, by the gods! The forest, it's calling out to us. See how it erupts beneath your feet?
Oh,
They're
yeah.
calling out to you.
Oh, it's horrible.
Oh, no. Whatever
The
shall
birds are
we
rejecting this
do?
blood. It's spitting it back up in your faces. Can't you see, you fools? They'll come for you. The vines, they'll reach out from beneath you and drag you to hell. If you don't stop this madness.
Awesome. So roll me a performance with advantage.
Okay. Should I roll now or?
Yep. So when it's with advantage, you get to roll twice and take the higher one.
I just rolled 1-1. That was the first roll. That kind of slipped right out of my hands. Let's hope it's not another one. It is a 13. Is that enough?
Yeah, so plus your performance ability.
6.
Okay, so 19. So allow me just to roll a quick little will save.
Oh my god.
It's nothing like having a 2 on your dice. As they all just listen and in their crazed minds and their beliefs, they see their leader, their acolyte, drop down and fall into the slumber, and they all begin to just quickly, not even looking at their fallen comrades, just all spread out, not looking out for any of them and looking out for themselves as they all leave you alone and scamper into the woods.
But the leader and the other two are still down, right?
Very asleep.
See, the funny thing about nature is that she's a mother, and they don't like it when you start killing their children.
As soon as they all run away, Vestron is gonna jump at Brecca and just, oh my god! Just, oh my god, I thought we were gonna die. That was so great. You did so awesome.
And I'm just sort of like, okay, there. I'm just sort of soothing.
That was incredible. oh my god, and then she looks back at the body. Oh god, okay.
Yeah, and then
We're not dead.
I'm like soothing, like it's okay. I'm like, okay, please don't bark on me, please don't.
I'm
bark
not
on
gonna
me.
bark. I'm okay. Oh my god, we're alive.
And I have questions now.
Yeah.
First to Vezrin, what was that?
What?
I heard you in my head. Am I crazy?
No, I can do a few little things. That's all.
Okay.
It's just magic. I'm a magic user. If you've heard of them, I just try not to do it in public. People don't like it.
Yeah. I'm glad I didn't explode.
That's not you. No, just ships.
Okay. And kid?
Hmm?
Oh, am I able to ascertain that that was the kid, or
No.
no? Okay, because he was doing that off. Is the kid okay? Where is he?
I'm alright.
He's
I'm
right
still
here.
behind.
He's fine.
Thank God you're safe. Oh my
Can we
God.
put like a
That's where
bell on
it
you or
ends.
something? I
that-
swear.
I think him not
That
having a
wouldn't
bell
be
may have saved his
recommended.
life a little bit just now. You did that with the flower, didn't you?
I told you it's the good things. They were pretty much angry, I
Insight
think.
check him.
Yeah. So it's going to be a deception versus an insight. So if you can roll with me a deception first.
6.
And then...
Ooh, 13 plus 2.
So yeah, so you notice as he's lying, you begin to notice a certain twitch in his face, or maybe the way he conducts his... No, I told you it was there's something about him that's a telling sign that he is lying.
She's gonna kneel down, just right in front of him. You can do it all too, can't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. You just did it.
Why are you saying it out loud?
Because I do it too. It's not.
Yes, but how is that keeping it secret in my village?
Shh.
Create less problem.
We're not in your village, and she looks at the other two, and I don't think they care too much at this point.
I'm just kind of gawking at the flowers, and then the body, and then Vesserin, who was in my head, and Vi didn't do anything.
I rummaged around in my pack and I didn't.
Oh, yeah,
I really.
when I'm talking, yeah, when I'm talking with her, I'm pretty much whispering to her. So
Yeah. No, I've got more hushed tones as well.
yeah, it's create less problem, and like people tend to put the fault on people who's doing magic if something's wrong happen, or like they try to abuse it too.
Yeah, I know. But you did a really good thing. It was really smart. So don't feel bad about it, okay? You've got something special in you, and this is coming from someone who's also trying to figure it out. So maybe we can help each other out. Talk about it a little bit, all right?
Yeah, we probably should moving quick before she woke up.
Speaking of which,
No.
Before what's coming? What'd you say?
reading more is what I've just been told with the spell's effect. You begin to hear some murmuring
Oh, fuck.
as they begin to look at each other and begin to rise up. Just, You have a split-second decision on what you wish to do.
Kitty, I think you should go over there. Put a
I-
sword on him.
Yeah, I'd like to start like tying him up if he's starting to stir.
Yep, so you rush over there and grabbing out, I'm guessing, a rope?
Yeah, I have my explorer's pack.
How many
so
are there?
Yeah. There's
Are
3
there
of them.
3?
So the crazy and 2 archers.
I can hold one down.
Oh, we could put them together. You know, like back to back to back, hands to hands to hands, kind of thing.
Yeah. I'll use my giant lady arms.
Okay, cool. So if I can get from via strength check, from Brecker a strength check. Vizran, Cyrus, do you wish to help with?
Can I kind of like hold an action?
Yeah, for sure.
So if their tying doesn't work, I would like to cast a very just oh my god spell at them.
Okay.
If possible, just out of panic. As soon as I see something happen, just whatever comes out of me.
Yeah, that's cool.
Kind of thing.
All right.
I believe I have a 6. If the
Okay.
6 is the one with a dot near the butt of it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, and Vi?
Well, I rolled a 19 with my +1, so 20.
Okay, so 20. So Vi, you do with tying this rope, you seem to do the majority of whereas Brecker, you begin to try and move one of them, but your boot slips, so you slump down and unable to assist as much as you could.
Oh.
But you still help, and they get tied up. And as you finally pull the final knot, they begin to wake up, and you just hear this. Wow! What a rush.
Has anyone told you that your laugh is like really strange? Like kind of creepy, kind of would give me nightmares if I had dreams.
I'm gonna let you know something. I underestimated you. All of you. You see, I thought we could play games and have a little bit of fun, but here's the thing. I don't like it when people outsmart me. So when I get out of here... there's no pulling punches. None at all.
Oh, you think you're gonna get out?
Yeah. Let's see how many limbs you'll get out of here with. First of all, you're going to answer some questions. And for everything you answer wrong, we're going to take one of your fingers.
Do it. Go on. Oh, I've been waiting for a fight for a long time. You know how refreshing it is to have, someone say to you, oh, we're going to fight back instead of, please help me. Come on. I'll give you a pinky on the house.
Oh, I don't know whether to gag him or just let him keep talking.
He's really obnoxious.
In order to kind of emphasize Brecker's point, can I use my master's whip to kind of get it to snap like right near him? Not actually, well, maybe hit his cheek or something. Just...
Yeah, that's cool. And Brecker, if you can make me an intimidate check.
Sure.
Would that be with an advantage because of my whip?
Yeah, you know what? I would give that.
Yes!
Why not? So we hear this whoosh,
I have spec
echo
pretty high
through.
intimidation as well.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm throwing this dice out. It's a 1.
Oh,
But
you
wait,
got
with
advantage.
so you
Roll
can roll
again.
it twice.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah.
please, babe.
Now it's a 13.
Okay, so that's a bit better.
My intimidation's a 6.
That's a 13 plus 6, 19. So as this whoosh, cut and it hits him in the face, and he looks up at you, Brecker, and he begins to almost... You see an uncertainty, not a fear, but an uncertainty in his eyes as he... Yeah?
Alright. Let's ask carefully, then.
Tick tock, tick tock.
So where are you based? Where are you coming from?
Oh, we're all around. We're here, we're there. We come and go as we please.
I would take that as a wrong answer. Would you, V?
No. And she's
Here
gonna
or
let off
there.
her whip again. On the other cheek.
Yeah. And... 2 for the price of 1.
Oh my god.
That really stings.
Oh, you ain't felt nothing yet.
He likes it.
The women, you said you sent them down river.
Yeah. One by one.
Why? What could you possibly gain? What power are you seeking? What good does this do you?
They just got so annoying. Oh, they wouldn't shut up. Do you know how mad it can drive you? To have this constant screaming for help? These people just don't understand. They really don't.
Well, maybe you shouldn't put yourself in a position to make women scream.
Oh, it's not just women. No, we've had men as well. Sometimes soldiers. It's really funny to see a soldier wet themselves.
Well, Vi, you take this. I might snap.
Oh no, please snap. I want to see it. Go on.
I don't know, man. Her words can be really vicious. I know that my soul has never recovered, but after this, your teeth will never recover. And she tries to...
Can you boot him? Can you boot him in the teeth?
Yeah, I'm gonna, like, boot him in the mouth.
Okay. So just make me a roll with that. You're going to hit no matter what, but just
Okay.
roll me a d20.
Ooh, wait, is there any, like, is it strength or...
Yeah, I'll add strength to it. I'll be okay with that.
That would make it a 20.
Okay.
Nice. Oh.
Okay, so as you kick him, with the rolls that I've just made, your boot connects to the underside of his jaw, and you dislodge it and break it.
Oh.
As he's just this...
Oh, see, that's a much prettier smile. What do you think, kid? Isn't that prettier on him? Bess?
Looks great.
Yeah, I bet.
Can we get it? Is there any way we can intimidate the two guards around him? Maybe manipulate them in some way?
Yeah, for sure. So you begin to
get
see
no
their
one in this
reactions of just basically keeping their head down and keeping to themselves.
All right.
Can I try to? Yeah. Can I try to? When she's doing that, putting back the jaw of the. Like I'm seeing
Yeah.
someone like actually like in pain and like jaw broken. I would like to try to get it back with my medicines knowledge.
Okay, yeah, make a medicine check. As Cyrus, you just walk up amongst all of them and you
Oh, I
place
think
your hand on his jaw. And roll.
$19.
Okay, so with a 19, you just the rest of you hear this like crack and pop back into place and just
See, I like how
Thanks,
he
kid.
thinks. We'll break it again, and you'll get to feel that beginning of that pain all over again unless you start talking soon.
I'm sorry, and I just moves back to the rest of the group.
Thank you, kid. I'm gonna make you a deal. I'll kill you last. Just for you.
You're not gonna touch him.
You see, there's only two ways this is gonna go. You kill me, or you don't. You see, we can do this banter for a long time. Trust me, I enjoy banter, but I prefer being on the other side, if you know what I mean. But the thing is, I don't feel like much talking. I mean, why don't we, for fun, kill these two, get the bloodshed out of the way, we can all laugh about it, and then we let me go. Or kill me, whatever you want.
Maybe
I
you
think-
should cut his feet off.
Yeah.
Or, can I slice his Achilles?
Yeah. It is possible. So the way he's positioned is like sitting with his feet out together. So you are able to do that.
Dear
I mean-
Lordy. How did we get to this? We went from like choosing breakfast to cutting Achilles' heel. Okay, here we go.
Welcome to The Witcher.
When you dislocated his jaw and Cirrus healed him, don't you think he's gonna try to heal the Achilles if you cut his Achilles?
Probably 13.
Yeah,
That's an
so
Achilles right there.
yeah, so with your katana out, you just come by, and since his feet are bound together, you just do a straight down and slice into it, and you hear the laughs are gone as there's just echoing through the forest louder than the river rushing by as he just I'm gonna kill you.
I'm gonna grab the kid and just hold him. And he can't help at all, and I'm scared.
And I think I might step in to make sure Witcher doesn't grant this guy his wishes and say, I've had enough, and take whatever cloth I can and jam it in this asshole's mouth and gag him. Well, he's probably already like mouthful of teeth from that kick from earlier, but I'm just gonna like just shove some cloth in there so he can just shut up for a good long while.
Groaning.
Yeah.
And he starts, he's in discomfort, so he says some un-PG-13 words.
And can we turn our attention to one of the guards and maybe squeeze something out of them so we're not just leaving here having cut this dude's ankle open and left him? All right. So, if you two don't want to end up face down in the water, we're gonna need something out of you before you go.
Don't listen to him, Billy. Don't say a fucking thing.
And that's one guard to another?
Yeah.
Don't say a fucking thing. Witcheress, can you do anything? I mean, I can get mad. Go ahead.
I'm kind of tempted to let the other two go.
And drag this fat hog back to town?
Yeah.
Well, why don't we drag them all back?
Can we? I can carry at least one of them.
Hold on, give me a moment. Seriously, don't help him, please. And she's gonna kind of like step over like any blood that may be on the grass and kind of kneel down next to the other two guards and just kind of fold her hands and look at them. Okay, now listen. Both of those women will kill you. Quickly or slowly, both will be very horrible. He will heal you again, and then they will kill you again, and he will heal you, and they will kill you, and it will go on, and on, and on, and I will throw up 1,000,000 times, and some of those times will probably be on you. So listen, you either tell us what we are looking for, or we will call our friends who had the big cart. We will put you in the back of that cart. We will bring you to town, and then they will kill you. And he'll bring you back, and then they'll kill you, and then he'll bring you back, and then the town will kill you, and it will go on and on and on. And do you want something like that? Is that what you want your life to be? Because that's what we'll turn it into. I promise.
This child is
look,
super sadistic.
Here's the thing, and as he begins to speak, the guy next to him, the crazy guy, just smacks his head into Billy's head, the one you're talking to, and just ha ha ha.
Oh.
I'm sorry, but I cannot.
Why have you been killing kids? Can you tell us that at least?
He begins to be, blatantly rude and loud. Just, as Billy's trying to speak out, you can tell that there is a fear in Billy from the man that is behind him. And whenever he gives a little bit of courage to speak, it is immediately doused.
So we do notice that.
Yeah.
Maybe we can kill these guys and take the one who was wanting to speak. What do you guys think?
I could also. So this. I can infuse the young man who's trying to speak with bravery through heroism.
Yeah.
Try that, or I might do something else to the fat one. He's getting very annoying.
All right. So I'll get in and I'll take the young man who has been trying to speak, and I'll just sort of like gently grab his face like so, and just sort of try to be as gentle with my touch as possible. And yeah, I guess I gotta roll for that, don't I?
So for heroism, I don't believe it is a spell you have to roll for.
Oh, sweet, sick.
So I believe the effects just happen.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And that's not gonna set anything off or whatever?
So just describe to just what does the spell do first of all, so we'll go through that.
A willing creature that you touch is imbued with bravery. Until the spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting ability modifier. When the spell ends, the target loses any temporary hit points.
Cool. So because this is a willing target, you place your hand gently on his cheek, and he just feels in his heart the courage of a gladiator champion. And he looks up to you, you remove your hand from him. And as he begins to speak, Fatty behind him begins to shove him. But this time, as he goes to shove him, you just see him move to the side and, with his elbow, finally fight back and shove him.
Nice.
And he looks
Good
up
man.
and he goes, okay, I'll tell you what you want to know. Go ahead with your questions.
Good man. That's a good man. I can tell in your eyes you don't want to kill anymore. You don't want to do this. This is not nature. This is not natural. And if you tell us what we want, we'll let you go free. When the rest of these, they'll be seen to by the law. Not by death, not by our witch's blade, but a punishment far worse than that.
You need to kill him now.
Why is that?
Listen. One dies, there becomes another, okay? It just goes on. There's another, there's another, there's another. This isn't a man's teachings. This is a tribe, okay?
A cult or...
Something like that, I suppose you could say. Started with a family, then their neighbors, then it grew. And now it's its own... Well, it's its own thing.
Why did you kill this man? Why did you kill his family? Why them? Why these elves?
You begin to see some sadness in him. Wait, you're a fucking traitor, Billy. Always knew you were weak.
You're a strong man. You're speaking the truth. The truth gives you strength.
We've killed so many. We knew it was wrong, but no one has the courage to stand up. If you stand against them, you're the next on the tree.
How many? So many? Dozens? Hundreds?
One every new month.
Every new month?
For how long?
It's over a decade.
10 years and... have you heard of this, Vezerin? Disappearings? Strange cults?
Things parents told their children at night to make sure they went to bed. It's just fairy tales. My parents told it to me.
And so you've holed up in this forest dragging victims out from their beds, families, and slaughtering them for some
Changed.
sacrifice?
At first, it was willing sacrifices. People come back from wars. They can't live with themselves anymore. They give themselves up for a purpose. But when the willingness stops, somebody has to become a sacrifice. So we've done. Kill us all. We shouldn't live. Grant us this favor and end us.
No, it's not our place to decide who dies out here in this forest.
How many of you are near?
50. Around that number.
And outside of these forests? Any more?
We used to be 4 times as large. But as I said, people aren't willing anymore.
And you've killed each other then? God. You can help us, though. You can help us put an end to this.
What can I do?
You can tell us where they are now.
Okay.
Do you have your map back up?
Yes. Here. I'll unwrap that. Alright. On this, here we are, by the river and the body.
Okay.
Where are you? Where are your strongholds?
We're travelers now. If you stay at one place too long, people find you. Here. And with his bound hands points onto the river, and it shows that they're further upriver on the bank.
Okay. At the mouth of the river? Like,
Not at the mouth, no. Just along.
alright.
What will you do with me?
You should come with us. I don't know what to do with these two.
I can't go. It's my family.
These folks, these are your family?
What
I know
would
you
have
had-
us do?
I don't want to live anymore. I have brought suffering to people. I have killed more families than helped.
But even if you do die now, you can go knowing that you've helped so many more. That you've ended this horrible cycle, all this killing, this needless murder.
Kind lady, I will do nothing because I have entrusted the salvation now of this land to you. You must put an end to me, put an end to us. Nobody else believes. You have to do this.
All right. And can I turn and ask the group how it should be done.
Okay.
I
can't.
none of us want to. In the heat of things, it's one thing, but
I take no
Is there a
pleasure
way
out
we
of killing an
can-
innocent. Well,
send him off gently. Let nature claim him.
Why?
The river, maybe?
Drowning doesn't seem very peaceful.
No.
At this point, she's going to pull out her dagger. Unfortunately, as crude as this is to say, and I take no pleasure out of killing someone, especially while they're like this. Just like an animal with the least stress.
Could we use some herbs and numb them before they go? Let them not die screaming and afraid? Not like they're victims.
Kid, are you able to do anything? You seem to be healing people. Do you have anything that can maybe...
Well, I'm kind of refraining to killing people with herbs, but there are some that reduce the pain and make them sleep more. There's
that would
plenty
be-
of them. They're here. I saw them when we walked here.
Can you get them for us?
Yeah, I can.
So
Just-
for this scene, Cyrus, you have some remains of that specific herb in your pouch from your travels.
Yeah, but I want to grab some more fresh one
Alright.
and don't use the one I have on myself in case of.
Alright, so as Cyrus, you back away for a little bit and go foraging, you find this specific herb and you pluck it away as the three men are still bound up, one weeping, one holding back in pain, and one just calm. As you come back and have the herb specific that you need.
Here's the herbs that you needed.
Can you help me mix them into a balm or
Well, you
something to
can
breathe?
only already use the flower itself and make them chew it, or we can make a more complex preparation. And have
I don't think
some-
we have time for that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So make them chew that herb, and the effect will be around a couple of minutes.
Do what
Alright.
you can, kid.
So shall we take it
So
from them?
yeah, I'll probably give them, I guess,
Yeah.
since they're not taking it from my hand. One last thing before doing this, I want to ask a question to the one who's like are willing to talking. You said that we were many before, and they are killing the people that wasn't agree with you with the things of killing people. Was it that like that before? Or something happened in the meantime that make you kill people more and more?
The wildlife became too much for us. We were losing family members because of nature. Its packs. We were losing our game. We were finding it hard to find food. So we asked for the help. We asked some druid who claimed to be a druid. And he told us about the sacrifices to make. No one was on board. Somewhere. And unfortunately, it worked.
I've never heard of a druid who required blood sacrifice.
It's because he wasn't a druid.
Do you know where those druids are?
I have no idea where they are now.
They are traveling?
They came, they gave us orders on what to do, and they left with a pretty purse of coin.
Does he have a name?
The only name that he was given, as funny as it may sound, was Drifter.
Strange.
Do you remember what he looked like?
Red rags, soaked in blood, menacing, charismatic. You would be in fear of him, but also worship him.
I think it's time.
Yes. You can chew on this and the pain will be removed after a minute. And I just hang it up on his mouth.
Takes it gently and slips it into his mouth as he begins to chew. And let it take its works and effects until he finally swallows it down.
Before you fall asleep, I feel the need to ask, is there anything we can do after the fact? Anything that you believed in before all of this?
Beliefs. My beliefs have been crooked. Don't let my beliefs go on anymore.
Since I doubt his friends will chew the plant themselves, can we crush it into a paste and jam it in their mouths?
Yeah, you can do that. So as you begin to mix a couple of your herbs that you have, the other guard is pretty much reluctant, but you slam it in and some goes down, another just as he spits it out, giving you the evils but staying silent. As the other one, as you remove the gag, he just begins squealing out and, moaning on, "Oh, listen to him, isn't that so funny? Ooh, we kill people."
Can I punch him across the face?
Please.
Yeah.
Please. Ah!
Can you knock him unconscious so we can just shove some plants in his mouth?
I only rolled 13.
That'll be enough.
Okay.
I'm gonna let, as you, after all the beatings and the painies, and you hit him in the temple and he drops over unconscious, as you slip this paste in his mouth, lifting up his neck, opening it up and helping with a little bit of water, as you assume some has gone in his mouth. As we go back over to Billy, he just looks up.
Is it time?
How do you feel?
It's time. When you're ready.
All right. Vi? Will you? I'll say a word over them as you take care of things.
Yeah.
Okay. And so one by one, as she's slitting their throats,
She kind of also closes and covers their eyes. She doesn't want to look as she does.
So starting with the one at the back, the one who's just silent, as you cover his eyes, he begins to tussle a little bit, but the numbing effect's slowing and he just and drops to the ground. And the crazy man himself, an easy kill. I'll let you go now, Brie.
Oh, it's okay. Sorry.
No, you could. You could.
May the soil of the earth take you. May the rains fall light on your bones. May the dogs be glad to eat you. And may you not come back to haunt your homes. I don't know what druids you associated with, but at least the ones of my home told me to say this so that you won't come back.
And Vi, as you place your hand over Billy's eyes, you can feel a little wet patch on the tip of your finger as a tear drops from onto his cheek. A small smile appears on his face as he hears Brekka's words utter. As the blade goes to his neck and then to the other side, you hear this last breath of not only sigh, but a calming release of someone's burdens finally fleeing from their body. As he slumps down to the ground, we now have the camera pan of a bird's eye view, circling all of our heroes in the party as they look on at what's just happened. And that's where we end today's session.
Keep the music going. Keep it going, Charles. It's too sudden to just end it. Ah. Holy moly.
Oh my god.
Well, damn, Slade.
That was good.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
Just a little intense there.
Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
Can we play right now? Can we? No.
Continue right now.
Right now.
So we're
5
playing
minute
again
break.
on
5 minute
Wednesday, guys.
Yeah, dude.
In 2 days? No.
Oh my gosh.
But we will be re-showing this again on the Wednesday. So anyone who is waiting for this to be at the normal time, it will be live at the normal time again. But just wow.
That was incredible. Wow.
So, as weird as it is to go into this part, I guess outros are now.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
It's fine. So, hey everyone, I'm MadameGandalf. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch, and Slade, just good goddamn. You keep surprising me every week. Your roleplay character thing is just beautiful, and I'm super excited, and yeah, I can't wait for next week already. But yeah, guys, if you want, you can catch this every week. Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern is when we will be continuing on. Today was a little different because I have my father's graduation happening this week. Yeah, Granddad is graduating. And, you know, you only get to do that kind of thing once. So, super excited for him. And yeah, you can catch D&D here. You can catch a variety of games, pub quizzes, cooking, yeah, a little bit of everything over here, singing. And I'm now going to pass it on to Tina, the wonderful Tina, who did an amazing job again.
I didn't sing yet. I'm waiting for the moment to pull out this song, but someday. But I'm itsTina. Sorry that I'm so far from the camera. My back was so tense this entire time. I'm just like on edge, like, oh god. yeah, I'm itsTina. I'm a variety caster. I do a variety of things like playing video games and enjoying them. And I hope you guys liked today's bard throwing and
shade.
hostage situation.
Your bardic shade was glorious. Oh my lordy.
All the meat in my freezer is cooked from that.
Yeah, and over to let's have Rachel next. Why not?
Hello, my name is OhBaby190 or Rachel, variety streamer again. I'm gonna agree, like, holy crap, this was incredible. Slade, I thought my heart was gonna fall out of my butt from all of the emotions.
Amazing.
Oh my god. Oh, I still can't even catch my breath. Tina, you were incredible. UT, fantastic. You just, oh my god, Madame, I love playing D&D with you. And Bandito, what the fuck? Down to the blades of grass moving. Incredible. I love this. I love everyone in here. Oh my god. You guys are a pleasure to play with. Thank you. And then that way, if that's the right way.
Or above you. Above you.
This way.
I guess it's me.
Yep.
itsTina32, and I'm not a variety streamer, I'm a game developer. And I'm
Who's working on Far Cry 5?
Far Cry 5.
Little game.
Comes out March
Little game.
27th.
It's really amazing to playing with all of you guys, all these characters, and like the dynamic with you is amazing. Thank you again. Let's pass it to the instigator and the DM of this series.
Hey, so yeah, I'm Slade, CritdiceGaming on Twitch and Twitter. I just want to say a huge thank you to the amazing cast that I have here. Without them, I would not be able to, run as well a game as I have been able to run. These guys just make it so easy to, as a GM, do what I do. And also to Fly Bandito, because without his amazing music and sound effects, the story wouldn't carry the weight that it has. And mate, thank you very much for all of that. Yeah, I enjoy doing this and really looking forward to next week.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to next week. Thank you so much, you guys. And thank you for being the beautiful buggers that you are, especially considering the change of date, the change of time for normal times for this show. It is normally going to be, guys, Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. But for now, guys, we shall say fare thee well, and we will see you next week for more D&D adventures. Sleep well, everyone.
Bye.